Yeah, we will. So yesterday we did HTML and CSS, and today we are doing JavaScript and DOM. Uh, Yesterday we just have to cover a few topics which we were not able to do. So we'll just quickly saw those topics first, and then we'll see the JavaScript part. Okay. So yesterday we saw there are three ways you can import CSS file. First is external, which is you can link the file here. Okay. This is calling like external.css, which is like right here. Okay. If I click on this, it will open this file. Okay. And there is another way to give styles to the element, which is define an element and after it just write styles and define whatever you want to do. And the third thing is you can actually use style as like like a syntax, and inside that syntax you can define all the things. Okay. Then the boxes thing. I'll just open it. Wait. Yeah. So okay, let's do it from scratch. I guess let's delete this. So yeah, we have a blank page. Okay. And if you guys want to use a pre-built template inside VS Code for HTML, just enter a exclamation mark and hit enter. You will get this template. So you don't have to write everything from scratch every time. So we're doing boxes.
Ritesh, just zoom your code part.
Sorry.
Just zoom your code part, coding part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yes,
Cool.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So title boxes. And inside this, we saw there is a element called div. So if you want to make two sections, I will just write div, enter. And inside this, you can write anything let's say box one. Okay. And another div, box two. And this is actually connected to, okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, so now I can, yeah, we have this, okay, so we have this blank CSS file. How to make, just click on this new file button. Okay, I'll make it. I'm deleting it and just click on this button and name it whatever you want to name it. Let's say one box.css. You can give any name, doesn't matter. And in HTML, you have to call this file, sorry, link this file. How you link it? Just type link, and in href give the path of the file. And how you do it? Just press full stop and backslash. You will see all the files available in the folder. So at this position we have a file. Okay. So now the file is linked, and if I go to this file, oh, something is, yeah. So as you can see, box one, box two, both are here. And if I want to style it, the entire div components, I will just say background color, mm, red. Okay. You saw the both the elements are affected because I'm using div, because I'm formatting, sorry, I'm styling div component. If I want to give different styles to both of them, I will just add class. I will assign class to them. Let's say again box one, and there is a shortcut to make this entire thing. Okay. I will do it. Just press full stop and type the name of class which you want to assign to that division. I will say box 2 and enter. You see, it created a div component and assigned a class name box 2, which I have typed after the full stop. Okay, box 2. And if I delete this, and to like style any class, we just have to add a full stop and then the name of the class, which is box 1. And now this time, let's say background color blue. Okay, and we have another box 2. Okay, this is very gross, but like for example, it is okay. Yeah, now good. Then you can see these boxes are like very close to each other. So we will just add some space. To add space between different boxes, we can use a tag which is margin, and I will say 10 px, which is 10 pixel. You see, there is a gap between between the boxes. So if you directly type margin, it will affect all the direction like top, left, right, and bottom. You can define top, right, bottom, and sorry, left, right, top, bottom of each component separately. For example, let's say top. For example, I'm just exaggerating this 100 pixel. You see, there is so much space at the top and no space at the bottom. For now, let's just keep it 5 pixel. Same for this. Okay. And now see, it is occupying all the space which is available on the page. So if you want to custom its size, we can do it using width, let's say 200 pixel. You see, it got shorter, and we can also define the height. Now it is only taking the height of the text. Let's say height also 200 pixel. See, okay. Let's say we want to make this bigger than the first one. Cool. And you can see for now they are like in straight. If you want to rotate them, it is also possible. Yeah, it is also possible. You can use simply transform. And in transform, you can see there are so many things you can do. Okay. For now, we will just simply rotate them. Okay, let me close this. Yeah, we will simply rotate it. Rotate. Let's say by 40 degree. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's add some more space at the top so you can see it. Yeah, cool. So yeah, nothing. I just added some space at the top and at the bottom. Okay. Uh, to rotate this, we have rotated only the only the shape. If you want to rotate the entire content and as well as the shape, so there is another way you can do it inside transform. Let's say, sorry, we have skew X and skew Y. X will rotate it on the X axis and Y will rotate it on the Y axis. For now, we are just rotating it on the X axis. I don't think so. You guys can see it. Wait. Yeah. You see this text box to it also got affected. In the first one, it was not affected. So this is the basic difference. Okay, after the boxes, we will see flex. Everyone loves to flex, right? Okay, maybe this was a bad joke. Flex.html. and I will just name this CSS file dot css. Okay, again, same boilerplate code, and I will just add flex and again link the file. How to link it, I will tell you once again. Just type link, hit enter. You will see the reference. In the reference, give it a local reference. For it, press dot backslash, and you will see list of files available in the directory. We will select our file, and inside this, let's say we are making three boxes. Okay, let's say again box one, and I think everyone knows what Avengers are, so we are just taking their example. Let's say Iron Man, and some dummy text. We'll add it. Lorem, that's too much. Wait, Lorem 15, and I will add three boxes. Wait, that is wrong. Yeah. So box two, I think this way is better. Yeah. Okay. I will open this in live server on here. Okay. So we have. Okay, this is extra. So we just created three boxes: Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk, and we have some dummy text inside it. So in the CSS file, let's format this. Okay. So for box one, Iron Man, obviously, so it will have red color, background red. See, it is affected. And then blue for Captain America.
Ritesh, just 1 minute. Guys, if you are having any doubt, you can ask Ritesh. You can just put your hands up and ask your doubt. It's free to all.
Yeah, you can just unmute your mic and say, or put it in a chat, raise hand, whatever you want to do. Okay.
Yeah, be free.
So it's not a lab, so like we actually can't see are you guys following along or not. But yeah, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, we have assigned colors to them. So now, what the flex property does is basically now you see these all the containers are one below other. Okay, but if you see in the yesterday's example, I will this side. Okay, this is one section, and this image is in another section. If I make the screen shorter, you see first it is showing class connect and all the buttons, and after this the image. And when I extend it, it is showing image on the right side and content on the left. So this is one box and this is another box. So now we will see how to put boxes next to each other. Okay. For this, since we need to make changes in all the three boxes, we will add another div tag which will basically affect all the containers inside it. We'll just simply name it container. Okay. And inside this div tag, we will just wrap the existing code. Cool. Now we will define container here. And to use this flex property, we have display, and inside display, we have our flex property. See, nothing has happened for now. Okay. If I add flex one to all the boxes, okay, just wait. See, now they are like side by side. Okay, and if we want to do something like formatting each of these boxes separately, which should not affect the entire three, but like individually each of them, we can simply write like box one, comma box two, comma box three. Okay, and let's just add a margin 2px. Now, why I have done like this and not simply add this in the container? Because these all threes are in one container. If I want to like, where is the need? Yeah. So like this entire thing is a container, okay? And inside this container, there are three boxes, but I want to affect only one, like there is one, two, and three, okay? I just want to affect these, not this entire big rectangle, which is containing these three containers, okay? So with the padding, let's add some, sorry, with the margin, let's add some padding. So what's the difference between padding and margin is basically like margin is difference between these two boxes, and the padding is like a distance between the edge. Let's exaggerate this, 20 pixel. It is, you saw what happened if I total Z. You see that this Iron Man and this edge box, the edge of the box is very close to each other. Okay, so as I increase the padding, it moves away. Okay, and yeah, let's come back to our flex property. So this is flex one, flex one, flex one. So how does this works is like basically it is showing that each of these boxes should be of same size. This is a ratio, 1:1:1. For example, if I make this 2, so now the ratio is 1:2:1. So this Captain America will become twice as of Iron Man and Hulk. See? Okay, and if I want to, there is another thing I would like to cover, which is like order. So now they are in the default order. Uh, so this box one belongs to Iron Man, okay? And if I make it order two and I'm giving order one to the blue, like the Captain America, you see, these are spark. So since the box is not assigned, first it will assign order to the box and then it will go to our given thing. Order three. Now you'll see Hulk will move to this side. Yeah. Okay. This was a flex property. Anyone have any doubt? Want to ask anything? Okay, I
Guys,
take that as no.
you have explained a very important topic, which is flex. In the flex, we can see that earlier the orientation of the box was vertical. Then after giving the flex property, it got horizontal. And second, he explained what is difference between padding and margin. Padding is just space bit inside the box which we can give, and margin is the space which we can give outside the box. And third, he explained about order. What is the order of the boxes can be. Continue, Ritesh.
Yeah, okay. After flex, we will see the animation. Animation.html and animation.css. So in HTML animations, we'll simply do which which we do every time. Let's say just anim. Open this in live server. Okay, we have a blank page. I will just add one container here. Dot. Okay, I'm telling this again. If you want to make a division with a class name, there is a shortcut. Just press full stop and type the name of the class which you wanna assign it. Hit enter. You'll get this. Okay. For now, let's just say animation container. Okay, here. Now let's jump into CSS. First, link the CSS. Yeah. So for container, we'll add styling. This is like a basic styling, okay? Background color green, width 100 pixel, height 100 pixel, and just align it to center. Basically, I'm telling this. You can like change the color from here as well. Okay. So to animate it, first we have to name our animation. Okay. As you type animation, you see there is this animation tag. Then we define name, duration, time function, etc., etc. So first, let's just say animation, and we are assigning name to our animation. Let's say Annie1, and let's just ignore rest of the thing for now. Okay. And we have something like keyframes. Okay. What the keyframes are like, it will tell the HTML page what should happen at, let's say, after some time. So we just,
Keyframes just it divides the video in small photographs, which we can display in form of photos in the web page.
yeah.
Yes, Ritesh.
So to add keyframes, we just type at the rate keyframes, and the identifier. Identifier is like our this animation name which we have given. So when I say 0%, it means at the beginning. Okay. At the beginning, what can we do? We are just changing the background color to red. So let's say we 50%. Okay. 50% is like at the middle of the span of the animation. What we have to do, we are again changing the background color to, we are changing the background color to say green again. Yeah, green yellow. And at 100%, I mean at the last of our animation, we are again changing the background color to blue. Okay. So you see what happened, though I have defined this, it is just, if I refresh the page, it is happening so quick that we can't actually see anything. So what we can simply do is we can add the duration to our animation duration, let's say 5 seconds. So you see it is changing the color. If I refresh the page, now it is red, yellow, green, and blue, and it will stop after completing 5 seconds. Okay, this was animation. Do you guys have any doubt about animation and anything in keyframes, how to assign duration, etc.?
See, guys, any doubts? Please, you can ask. See, basically, he explained that how we can use animation. Like we can firstly name the animation. Second, we can use the keyframe, and third, we can use the duration so that it is going to be applied on the web page, right?
Yeah.
So, if you are not having any doubt, so we can get continue.
Okay, cool. So now we will see how we can move this container. Uh, let's say Annie 2.
Hello Ritesh.
Yep.
I have one doubt like why you are naming the file starting from number. Is there any specific reason for it?
Yeah,
Like
because like when I will upload, so this animation thing, like we are saying at the after the box, okay? So when I will upload it, these files will appear first and then these files, okay? But we are going in a sequence. That's why I'm naming it 1, 2, 3.
oh
It
okay.
doesn't matter if you just name it box only animation.css. Doesn't matter.
So the order will change na if I don't number it.
Yeah, it will like by default go alphabetical.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So then let's see how to move these containers. Same our default code. Then let's say motion. We'll add our first container, box one. First, we will see how we can move it in one axis, which is like 2D. Yeah, we have 2D with us, 2D container with us. In this, I will just simply like add some basic styling to our, what was the name? Yeah, box one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the mistake. Yeah, and now let's just something is wrong with this file. Oh yeah, I forgot to import the file, man. This was very silly. Yeah, now it is working. Okay. So we'll see how we can move it. Then again, we will use our keyframes. So as usual, we will name our animation. What should I name it? One, let's say move. And again, ignore this part. We'll see this in a moment. Again, press @ keyframes and identifier will type move. Okay. And how we want to move again? Um, at 0%. So now, as we saw in the transform tag, we had so many options under it. Okay. So now here we're gonna use one of them again. Okay. Transform. What we're gonna transform is like like where's the meat? Yeah. So this is a x-axis and this is y-axis, right? If I want to move this container in this direction, what I have to do, I have to like change its x-axis, right? So if this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3. So I have to move it from 0 position to the 3 position, right? So we'll simply, where is the code? Yeah. We'll simply, we, yeah, we'll simply change its x direction. How we can do is translate x. Okay, you see this option, translate x. We'll use that. And at the beginning, we want it at 0. Okay, this is our 0. We're gonna move it right here. Okay, so let's say at the middle of animation, which is like at 50%, we're gonna move it to some distance, let's say of 200 pixels. And at the end of this animation, we want our container to be at the position where we started. Okay. Now, if I refresh the page, you see nothing is happening because time duration is very short. In the last, you can either do this animation duration or you can simply define it right here. Let's go one more time, move, and then we will assign the duration, which is like 3 seconds. See, it is moving. If I refresh it again, and if I want this thing to happen in a loop, I will just add infinite. So this will keep moving infinite times. Okay. And if I just wanna, this is just an additional thing. If I just want a smoother effect, I will just say ease in and out. Okay. Now you see, it is like it just basically reduces the, how do you say this? It just
No, no.
reduces duration
It,
between two separate animations. Okay.
it it is actually visible in the inspect mode. The curve which is in out is visible there.
Uh, okay. Let's just,
And the, okay. Moving it.
yeah. Now, so like we are moving this in one direction. Okay. This is very annoying. I'll just make a copy of it. No, this one, right? Uh, okay. Never mind. Just, so we are moving this in one direction. Okay. So let's mm, uh, move this in two direction. Okay. So what is our aim? Our aim is to move this container, which is doing like, which is moving like this, to go here and then bottom and then here and then again at the initial position. So here we are changing its y axis, then sorry, we are changing its x axis, then y axis, then x axis, then y axis. Okay. So we'll do this again in the CSS. Okay, just first name it. Let's say container 2. Let's see containers 2, and I'll copy this width, and let's just change the background color. Okay, now what we as usual will say animation, and let's say move to. Okay, where is it? Yeah, move to, and move. Okay, it will just create a confusion. Let's say we wanna move it like a square, so let's say square path, and here we're gonna define it keyframes, square path, and at 0%, we're gonna transform it. Our x will be 0. Okay, and y will be 100. Okay, so again you can see it is not moving because we have not added the duration. So we'll add duration for us, 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Yeah, it is moving, but it is like very very slow movement. And let's add infinite again. Okay, then I will just paste the code. Okay, because like it's very big. Control S. You see now it is moving. Then here and here. I will explain you this code. At the start, our x is 0 and y axis is like 100. Wait. So this is our 0 and this is our y, which is like at 100. Okay. So we are basically moving from here to here. And at the 25%, we are changing the x axis, and y is still same, which is like this point. And then at the third, you saw in the first, v x is 200. Like, okay, so this is 0, this is 200 for x, okay? And now this is 100 for y, okay? So, and at the 50%, what we are doing, we are moving this 100 to the 300. Sorry, yeah, at the 15%, we are moving it from 100 to 300 in y axis, okay? For x, you will see it is still 200, which is like this. Okay, in this y-axis is not changing. Only sorry, in this x-axis is not changing. Only y-axis is changing. So at the 75% again, y-axis is same. We changed x here. X is same. We changed y because we are going up. Okay, let me go back to the code. So this was animation.
Yes. Yes, guys. Here you can see that how you used the keyframe. It's very minute that you have to see that how to use keyframe here, and the directions are also important. Like translate x and translate y is also important. Like in 2D, we have used translate x and translate y, and in 1D only we have used translate x, right? So, yeah, Ritesh, you can continue.
Yeah. So here we completed our CSS part. Let's start with JavaScript. I will just add new folder. JS. First, let's go back to the slides. So this was our agenda. In JavaScript, we will see introduction, then what is console logs, and we will see arrays and objects inside JavaScript. After this, we will move to DOM, and we will cover these four properties of DOM. Like there are so many, we will cover this because these are important. Okay. So you see this meme, what is basically says JavaScript. JavaScript is everywhere. Because JavaScript is used in front end to make web pages. We have different libraries for it. Next.js, for example, and in the backend we have Express.js, which we use to which is like a different framework of React, which we use to make backends. Okay. So introduction to the JS. It is a high-level interpreted programming language, and we used it for web development to create interactive effects. These properties are not relevant at this stage. Okay. So if you are not following along, so let's follow along. Open your VS Code and try to follow it. If I'm going very fast, just tell me. I will slow down. Okay. Uh, yeah. Here. Let's just say one.js dot.js. So as we saw in our HTML HTML and CSS thing. CSS is not a different language. It is used with uh, HTML. Here, JavaScript is a different language, and it is we can link it to the HTML page. Okay, so I will just create a one page, one.js.html, our code. First, I will show you how to link this script file inside HTML file. There are different ways. Okay, first we have a script tag. Inside script tag you can define source, again full stop back to open our directory and we see our file. Okay, this is one way. Or you can what you can do is simply use the script tag and write code inside it. Okay, so then since this is just a basic intro, we will like use inline styling for inline script for this. Okay, let's open our browser. Yeah. First, we will see what is console log. Okay, so I will use script tag. It doesn't matter where use it at the in the header in the body. I'm just writing it here. Script console dot log. Let's say pew pew. And if I refresh the page, you see this pew pew is not appearing here. Where you can see is actually when you click inspect, and in inspect you will see console. In console you see this pew pew is here. If I just say hello, whoops. If I say hello and refresh the page, you will see this hello here. Okay, this is just to basically print anything inside console. We use console.log. After console, we have like this alert. We can give alert. Let's say welcome. So as I refresh the page, you see this welcome is coming. Refresh, welcome. Okay. This will be like annoying when like this will pop up every time we refresh the page. So let's comment this. Okay. After console log, we can actually write anything inside console. I'll go back here. How to write it? We say document dot write text in, let's say, write. Okay. See, this will appear. In like it will actually appear inside your this thing. Okay. If you open this, it will not appear in console because we are not actually typing it inside the console. Rather, we are typing it inside a document, and our HTML is a document. If you don't know. Okay. After document write, we have in console what we can do. We can give warning. For that we have console dot warn. Let's say this is a warning. No, let's name it something else. CodeAI. You see, warning CodeAI. Okay. After warning, we have errors. If there is any error in your code, it will appear like this. Mm, what we can give? Good evening. Sometimes I feel I'm bad at giving examples, but never mind. So you see, error, good morning. This is useful at the time of debugging. When you're debugging your code, you can actually, you will see if there is any error, it will appear in the console. So you can actually debug your program using these concepts. Okay. After this console thing, I'm just deleting this. After this, we have variables. How we define variable? We have var a, which is equal to, let's say, 10. And to print it, we again do console dot log, let's say a. You see 10 is appearing. We can also do addition. Let's declare another variable b, which is 5, and I will do a plus b. 15 is appearing here. Okay, it is doing the addition thing. Cool. Not only numbers, we can also display strings. Okay, let's say variables str equal to hello world, and console dot log str. See, hello world is appearing. It's not like that. You can also join the strings as we do in normal programming languages. I will copy this, paste, and let's say string 2, and this is our string 1, and our world is here. So we'll again do string 1 plus string 2. Again, see, no difference. Okay. See, no difference. Okay. So after variables, we have something called objects. So what is the object is you can assign multiple things inside one variable. Okay, let's say variable, and for what we can use, let's say score. Okay, score, and I'm just naming some players. Let's say Virat 42. So how we define it is, okay, there is actually, yeah. So how we define is, it's you see property, which is like a number, and actually after it we see property name and the number is assigned to it. Okay. Similarly, will say Sachin 50 and Rohit 38. If you're a cricket fan, this is just a random example, so don't feel offended. Console.log will print our object, which is score. Yeah, score. If you refresh it, you see Rohit, Sachin, Virat. Our list is appearing here. Okay. Do you guys have any doubt in variables and objects and in console logs? Okay, I'll
Guys,
take
any
that.
doubt in JavaScript, you can ask.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I
I
take
guess,
that as
brother.
no. Uh, this is not a topic, okay, but I would like to tell you there is a difference between, okay, there is a difference between equal to, and three times equal to. What it is basically is, I will show you. Wait, where is this? Yeah. We have variable a, which is an integer. We have variable b, which is a string. Okay, how do we show this? Yeah, variable a is a number and variable b is a string. Okay, and if I do console dot log a equal to b, this equal to is a boolean operator. If you don't know what the boolean operator is, it is like it returns a value either true or false. It returns a true value if the condition is met. What I'm saying here is basically the variable a, is it equal to variable b? Let's see, is it equal or not? It is returning 2. Okay. Why it is returning 2 is basically, though this is a integer and this is a string, the the content inside it is the same. Okay. If we have to check it whether they are exactly same or not, when I say exactly, I mean whether their data type, content, everything is similar or not, we use three times equal to. So now you see this is giving false because this is an integer and this is a string. The what is it? The variable type is not same. Okay, that's why it is showing false. Cool. So after this, we will see array. There is so much code. Let's make a new file. Again, same thing. Boilerplate code, array, and our script tab. Whoops. Hmm? Now, how we can initialize a array? Oh, okay, first let me open this. Yeah, now we don't have anything on the console. How we initialize array is a variable. Let's say array. No, let's okay. My array is equal to new. Okay, the bracket is because like this array is, this is not a variable, this is actually a function. You see there is actually a definition of this. We will not go into this definition, but this is basically a function which is the my arr variable is calling. Okay, So for now, our list is empty. You won't see anything here. If I want to add any elements here, how I can do my array, my basically me IR at 0. If you guys don't know, uh, whenever there is array, okay, it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. I mean, usually we start counting from 1, 2, 3. Okay. But in computer, we start counting from 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So when I say ARR 0, I mean at this beginning, I want, let's say, food items. This one. And at the second position, I want chocolate. See, our array is not visible. Why so? Because we have not doing console log. We are not printing it basically. Console.log. Now see, it is visible. Our array is this. Okay. Now we will do some operations on our array. You can either do it like this or I will comment this. Okay, for now. Either, okay, else I will remove it. This is a one way of initializing array. Another is you can simply say variable message is equal to, and in square brackets you can directly write your items like messages, let's say good morning and have a nice day. And if I do console log message, sorry, message, see good morning, have a nice day, both is showing. Okay. Now if I want to add any element, I have this function message dot, we have push. Okay. What basically push is, it will push your element. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Push will basically add whatever you will add inside it in your array. Okay. Let's say happy day. So yeah, happy day is added at the last position by default. If I want to add this happy day somewhere in between, for this we have a different command, which is like message dot. It says this. Wait. Yeah. So this is a method basically, and how this works is I will need a bit more space. Yeah. How this works is first it will take index where you want to start from. Okay. Index where to start. Okay. This is the first parameter it will take. After this, they have how many. How many, it is basically used to delete anything which is like appearing in the list. If we put 0, it means don't delete anything. Okay. And after this, we add whatever we want to add. Let's say item 1, uh, item 2, whatever. Okay. So we want to put our message at the second position. Okay. So let's say 1, comma, which is like where to start. Okay. That's why we are where to start is basically where we want to put our message in this array. Okay. So we want to put it at the second position. That's why 1. And second is how many, which is used to delete anything. Okay. We don't want to delete anything. That's why we'll say 0, comma, our message. Let's say happy day. Okay. We already have a happy day. Let's say great day. And if we refresh it, you see at 0, 1, at the second position, we have our great day. And if you want to delete anything and insert, just to simplify this, I will add this thing here. Yeah, see now where is the meat? Yeah. So our index starts from 0, 1, 2, like this. Okay. So I wanna when I say 1 comma 1, where to start? Where to start means I have to put it at this position, which is second position, and how many, which is to delete. I wanna delete element at the first place, and I wanna put my element at the first position. It means GM, great day and happy. This is our expected result. You see, GM, great day and happy day. This this have a nice day. This is not. Where is it? Yeah, close this. Yeah.
Ritesh,
GM.
I guess somebody has raised the hand.
Okay. Anyone wanna ask anything? Guys, any questions? Are you guys feeling like I'm going very fast? Just let me know.
I guess it was
By
sorted
mistake,
out.
okay.
You can continue. Yes.
Yeah. Where is the screen? Yeah. So we saw this, okay. Uh, and if you might think, why do we need all this? I will show you one program. Wait. Okay. I can't paste this anything. Wait, just give me a minute, okay? Okay. This is a simple to-do list app. I mean, basic to-do app. Okay. If I wanna add anything, let's say buy milk, uh, wash car. See, it is adding these things at the bottom. It is showing a message, and then it is disappearing. We have a delete. We have an edit button. And if I change anything, let's say buy water. I told you I'm bad at giving example. Never mind. Text has edited successfully. Okay. This is all is HTML is our document, okay? And we are basically manipulating this document as we need, okay? And this all we do in the DOM, okay? Can you guys see the presentation?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I basically had this thing, okay? So to manipulate our document, we have DOM, Document Object Model, a programming interface for web documents. Web documents, it is our web page. Representation, it represents the structure of the web page. Okay. Okay. Ignore this. So first thing we will see is get element by ID. Okay. And if you guys are not following along, I'm again saying open your JS. Sorry, open your VS code and follow along. If you have any doubt, please interrupt me and ask. Okay. So we
Yes,
will
guys,
move.
you can get hands-on also. The project has been given by Ritesh, so you can just get a hands-on on code, right?
Yep.
Continue, Ritesh.
Yeah. So our first property is get elements by ID. As in the intro we saw, we're gonna cover important four important properties which comes under DOM. So first is get element by ID. This method selects HTML elements by its ID and changes. What it can change, it can change text content or styles. Okay. So in here, where is it? Yeah. So here I will make new I will make new folder down. Oh, already exists. Yeah, we have a DOM folder, and in DOM we'll like create one file. Okay. Let's say DOM1.html because it gives error sometime because if you use number at the beginning. Okay. So actually, like before getting into it, I would like to explain something. Our web page is a document, as we saw. Okay, this is a web page. So our web page is a document which is like either can be displayed in a browser window or as a HTML source. See, this is displayed in web browser, and when we open any code, this is shown in the HTML source code. Okay, so in the both cases, the same document. I mean, how you are seeing this document in different forms, it is because of DOMs. It allows representation of this document to be manipulated. Okay. And we also can use this manipulation inside our pages to make some changes. What kind of changes? We can do basically three types of changes. First is property. Second is methods. Okay, I was right. Okay, this is HTML. We can change properties. We can change methods. We can change events. When I say properties, I mean styling of your text. Yeah, sorry. When I say properties, it means like your text styling. When I say events, which is like how do I say this? On a button click, what should happen? We define this, right? We saw we make query to the google.com in the last session. Okay, we can define this and methods as we saw in the console. There are so many methods. Okay, it allows change of these things. Okay, so this was actually explanation of DOM. So now we'll start with get element by ID. Comment. This is just a comment. Okay, again same thing. Border take code. Opening this in okay. Okay, I'm drinking water. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. So we have our blank page again. Okay. Let's say we wanna change the content on our page when something happens. Okay. First, get the content. Okay. In paragraph, I will say good morning, and we will assign ID to it. Okay. You can just type ID and you can define it. Let's say paragraph. So let's say simply para one. Okay. And you see our paragraph is open. If I want to change content of this thing, how I can do? There is one way actually. You can go in inspect, and instead of good morning, you can say good night. But when user comes, you can't say him like right click, go to console and do all this thing. Okay. To do it, if we have that's why we have get element by ID and we can make manipulations inside it. Okay. Here again we are using script like inside the HTML because it's a very small code. So how to uh, use get element by ID? Okay, when I say okay, one thing. If I type get element by ID here, if I start typing get, this is appearing because of oops. Yeah. So now if I start type get element, you see nothing is happening, right? Nothing is appearing in the drop down. But if I start typing this inside script tag, get element by ID, yeah, before getting this, we have something called document. Inside document, we can use our get element by ID. You see, this is right here. Now, what this document is basically, you see, this is a variable which is linked to something bigger code. Okay. For now, let's just ignore it. Just understand this is a variable which is like calling some code. So inside document, we have get element by ID, and as you can see in this, we have element ID, and we can add string or whatever we want to do. Okay. So our ID is para1. Okay. So we'll just type this para1. So what should happen to the para1? Even though if I define it, we actually don't have any user action here. But like we are not deploying this. We just have it on our machine. So as event, as we saw, there are three ways you can change it. Properties. We saw we are changing properties. Second is events. So let's add event, which is like a button click. Okay. On button click, we are modifying some properties in this example. Okay. So let's add a button. What we can say, text, change text, and let's assign ID to it, button. Okay. So now how we can change the content of the HTML is using inner HTML, thing. When you type inner HTML, you'll get this. Okay. Now what we want to change in our HTML is this good morning. Instead of good morning, let's say we want good night. Okay. So as you can see, it is happening. Our button is not functional. Why? Because we are directly calling para1 and telling him to change the content of the existing HTML. We want it to happen when user clicks this button. Okay, for this again, we have to call get element by ID for this button. Okay, I'm saying again, what is happening? This is changing the content of para1 as soon as the page gets refreshed. If I comment this part and refresh it, you see good morning because this is not working. As soon as I uncomment and refresh the page, you see it is changing. We want this change on a user action. Our user action is simply this button. When I click this button, I want this content to change from good morning to good night. To do this, we also will need to add get element by ID for this button. Okay. So again, we'll do same thing what we did previously. Document dot get element by ID. Or for button, we have ID button. If it is confusing, I will say change text. Okay. So for button, we have ID change text. For paragraph, we have ID paravan. Okay. So now I will define this change text. What should happen on click when user clicks this button? We want to we want something to happen. So how we define is we basically define what we want inside a function, and when user will click this button, that function will be called. Okay. So now let's define our function. Okay. So you see, this is our function and this is our modified code. Still, it is not working. Why? Because we need to put this content inside our function. Now you see, good morning. I'm refreshing page, it is showing good morning. As soon as I will click this button, it is changing to good night. Okay. This is a use of getElementById. Do you guys have any doubt and want to ask anything before I move to the next property? Okay, I'll take that as no. Let's make
Ritesh,
another.
Ritesh, just we can ask the audience that how many time we should continue. Can we continue 10 minutes from now, or else we can wrap up for today? I guess.
Yeah, just 10 minutes. One last property, then we can stop.
Okay, okay, continue.
Yeah, close all. Uh, yeah. Okay. Our second property is add event listener. Again, same thing, boilerplate code. And again, our script tag. Inside script tag, we want something to happen. Okay. What event listener does is basically it listens to event. For example, again, our event is this button change. Let me open this first. Okay. Yeah. For again, our event is a button click. So I will add a button. Let's say click me. And again, we want something to happen when this button is clicked. So again, we'll go document dot add event listener. Again, on click, we want something to happen. It will execute the function which we're going to define. Wait, I will just type and then explain. Okay, so now when the button is clicked, it will execute this function. Okay, so in function, we can like put anything, what we studied in James, alert. Okay, alert, we can show a alert to user. Let's say button is clicked. Sorry, button was clicked. Never mind. Okay, now if I do, you see the button is here, but it is working. Since we only have a single button, this is working. Okay, but since if we have multiple buttons, it will execute this part of code for every button. So avoid this, we assign ID to it. Let's say btn, and uh, to refer this specific button with this specific ID. Wait, I will show you. If I just copy this, okay, and let's just say one. Even clicking one, this is working. If you wanna make this happen only for the first button, what you have to do, okay, I will just keep it as it is. We'll assign ID to it, which is btn. And as we saw in our previous example, we'll make use of getElementById. GetElementById. Whoops, it actually, yeah. Then add event listener as it is. What I did, I just added getElementById because I want only this button to execute this function. Okay. So we need to define our ID btn. Okay. And if I refresh this, on clicking this, it is showing button was clicked. On pressing one, it is not doing anything because it is only affecting the ID thing. Okay. And we have two properties remaining, which we will see in the next session. And after this, we will see how we can make something, one application like this. Okay, Vedant, you want to say something?
Yes, guys. So this was all for today. You can discuss now. It was great session by Ridesh. He explained all the properties of JavaScript and CSS animation. And tomorrow you're gonna do some project, I guess, to do list app. So you can come tomorrow offline and meet us and continue the session further. So thank you guys for joining today. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Deep. Thank you, Akash. Uh, Eager to see you in offline meet. Thank you. Bye. Ritesh, you can go
Yeah,
from
yeah.
your team now.